The NES, my favorite video game system of all time. Picture your typical NES game you grew up with for just a moment. Now imagine your NES childhood included images of this, or even this. That's right, I'm talking about Sweet Home for the Famicom, aka the Japanese NES. This was never released outside of Japan when Capcom released it back in '89, as it clearly violates North America's and Europe's strict guidelines that kept violent content to a minimum, with a few rare exceptions. Now, what you are going to be looking at is an unofficial fan translation of the game, as I can't read Japanese to save my life. I love it when RPGs let us choose the names of our party members, as it lets us use our imaginations that comes with a bonus if you break down the gender barrier. God, I love the Oregon Trail. The story begins with the film crew entering the historic m.a.s.k mansion to begin work on a documentary. After a quake causes the crew to be trapped inside, they realize they're in a place where everybody doesn't know their name and they're not glad they came. Once the dust settles, it's time to start your journey. Take this time to practice using the menu system to know how everything works, such as using Party to change what party member you wish to take control of at any time. You're going to want to form 2 different teams before leaving the first screen. If you think Capcom is going to let you form one team of 5, nope, not going to happen. The game only allows 3 to a team, as this adds strategy elements to the experience, and personally, I approve. The battle system is pretty standard from my point of view, but I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Most actions are self-explanatory. Pray is your basic magic attack where you have to stop a meter as close to the end as possible, kinda like in one of those ticket redemption games, minus the rigging. You may also call your other party members to join you at any time during battle, and there were times when I needed this really badly. After every successful battle, the participating party members will receive experience points. You only fight one monster at a time and they never drop any items, just experience. There is no money system, no shops, and no inns. Your only source of health recovery is tonics. There are only about 20 or so of them in the entire game and they do not respawn, so use them conservatively because once they're gone, they're gone. Personally, I would have settled for something different. Each character will hold a unique item which will be crucial to escape the mansion alive. My personal favorite item is the lighter. I find it to be an essential tool for early grinding because those otherwise tough forms are vulnerable to lighters, and you can use this to your advantage to take them out and gain XP very quickly. Whoever booby-trapped this place did such a good job that they could even make Kevin McAllister look like Dan Hibiki. Falling chairs, rolling boulders, broken floors, ghosts that kidnap people, rooms that suddenly burst into flames, pits with department store mannequins, giant apples that aren't even in the bloody game, and the god of all traps, quicksand. That's right, you better hope someone not in the quicksand has a rope in their hands or else. Oops, sorry Scott. Whoa, there goes T-Bob. Death. When someone dies, does there exist an item or an ability to bring him or her back to life? Well, to be honest, the correct answer is no. No. No, 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 no. That's right. Once a party member dies, they're gone for good. And that factor alone will determine which of the multiple endings you'll get when you finish the game. Capcom did a masterful job with the game's music, as they went to great lengths to suck you right into the game. While I'm not going to go into detail, the deeper you go into the game, the more information you'll uncover about the history of the abandoned m.a.s.k mansion, and it's going to get pretty dark and disturbing, trust me. Should be a no-brainer of why this was never released outside of Japan. If Capcom wanted to do a sequel, I would release it on Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network. Make the game longer, add more blood and gore, and most importantly, do it all on 8-bit. It's been done before with Mega Man, and it can be done again on Sweet Home. If you've never played this before, and have some free time in your hands, then you're in for a real treat. It helped lay down the blueprint for future survival horror games, Resident Evil in particular. When I first played this game 9 months prior, I only gave it 45 minutes and couldn't really get into it. But when Asalieri announced his next contest and requested RPGs, I gave it a second look. And to be honest, I had a blast doing it. Sure, it's easy to get tripped up the first time around.
Here she comes! Comes around! Oh, she flips and falls!
But once you get the ball rolling, get ready for an unforgettable game experience. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. There was a movie released on the same day as the game, which I thought was pretty good. If you plan on playing the game, please don't see the movie until you've completed it. The film will spoil several key moments that you will find in the game. Final thoughts? Sweet Home is sweet. So am I. Yet I shall kill thee with much cherishing. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.